Back when I interned at the Fountain Restaurant at the Four Seasons Hotel, crab cakes was on the menu and we made a lot of them. I worked on the line on the fish side, helping them prepare these crab cakes. But what I learned most importantly was the restaurant style technique in preparing them. And I'm going to share that with you today. So you don't want to miss these delicious crab cakes. Hey guys, I'm Shereen with Cook This. We are making restaurant style classic crab cakes today. These are great during the summertime. Really, you could eat these all year long. Who doesn't love a crab cake? So to make my crab cakes, I like to first start with onions and red peppers. We're going to saute them till they're tender and then toss them with some other great ingredients that are going to pull these cakes together perfectly. So you just want to cut it into a dice. That way they evenly incorporate into the crab cakes. Time to saute our peppers and onions. So we just want these to be tender, no color on them. About 2 to 3 minutes. Season with salt and pepper. Once they're nice and tender, then we want to let them cool before we add it into our crab cake mixture. All right, a little salt and pepper. So remember, you always want to season in layers. That way at the end we have full flavor in our crab cakes. Our peppers and onions are nice and cold. So I'm just going to add them into my bowl with, I have lump crab meat. The reason why you want to cool them is because we need to add an egg in here to bind our cakes. And we don't want the egg to scramble from the hot peppers and onions. All right, so in that goes. We have 1 egg. I just toss it in here and then I'll just scramble it right here in this little spot. Then mayo and Dijon. So the mayo is going to make them creamy and that Dijon gives it a little tang. Those peppers and onions make it sweet and it also makes them nice and moist as well. And then dill. I love, 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 love dill. So this is just fresh dill. Just want to chop it. So just take the dill leaves and then chop it. Now one thing, I always wash a lot of my herbs ahead of time except for dill. Dill, I'll wash it right before I'm about to use it because it dies pretty quickly. So in goes the dill. And then breadcrumbs. So there's a fine line between adding too much breadcrumbs and not enough in your crab cakes. This is just enough where it just holds it together because that's all we want. We don't want to taste breadcrumbs, we just want it to hold together. And then we're just going to gently mix everything through and form our cakes. And before we mix it, just a little sriracha, gives it a little tang. Got to season salt and pepper. So lightly, just remember the crab meat has that natural salted flavor, so we want to go light on the salt, freshly cracked black pepper, and then we're just gently going to mix so that way we can keep our crab intact. Our mixture has come together perfectly. All right, so if you have a 3-inch ring mold, that's ideal. Or you could use a mise en place bowl. So the reason you want to use the ring mold or the mise en place bowl is to get perfect cakes. Just gives you a nice structured cake, and we want them even too. We want the same amount so that way they cook evenly. So I'm just going to form my cake, place them onto my plate, and then pop them in the refrigerator just to set before we pan fry them. Our crab cakes are nice and chilled. So the reason why you want to chill them first is just to set them so that way they don't fall apart when they hit the pan. Pan's heated, oil's heated, in they go. So we just want to brown them on both sides, so we're really not cooking them in the skillet. We're just sauteing them. And then our restaurant technique is to finish them in the oven so that way they all cook through evenly. So we're going to brown the second side for 2 minutes, And then I'm going to place it into a 400-degree oven until they're fully cooked through, 15 to 18 minutes. All right, so it's been about 15 minutes. So here's a great tip to see if it's cooked on the inside. You want to just take a steak knife, paring knife, and gently go right into the middle, hold it for a few seconds, take it out, and then put it in the inside of your wrist. If it's hot, then you know they're cooked through. So these are perfect, ready to go. All right, so we're going to go right back to the stove, because this is still, remember, this is our restaurant quality technique. Back to the stove, and then we're going to finish it with 2 pats of butter. So just tilt your pan and baste the top. So you just want to do this for about a minute just to get that buttery flavor soaked into the cakes. So you just want to let the crab cakes rest for about 5 minutes until they're completely set. You could serve these as an entree. You can make them into mini crab cakes as an appetizer. But you know what I love them best? Sandwiches, a crab cake sandwich. Serve it with your favorite cocktail sauce, your favorite tartar sauce, and a freshly squeezed lemon right over top. For this recipe, go to the newspaper's website. Or for more of my fresh and easy recipes, check out tweetneats.com. Enjoy.